Well, this is a pretty big bombshell. Disney Plus is dead? That seems unlikely. Marvel Star Wars broke, confirms Tony Gilroy. Tony Gilroy dropped an absolute truth bomb while reflecting on his time working for Disney on Andor. The creator reveals a Star Wars series cost a whopping $650 million for just 2 seasons. Yet by season 2, Disney told him streaming is dead and there's no money. Think about that. Streaming is dead and there's no money after 2 years. Now, a normal person would say, why on earth did you spend $650 million or $325 million per season on a television show? What on earth made you think that there was going to be any kind of ROI there, any kind of return on investment? I have zero clue. I just don't understand what they were thinking. Despite the massive budget, Gilroy says the shows were made without interference, but the reality behind the scenes shows just how broke Disney Plus really is, which also includes Marvel. This obviously, the sweeping cuts to its entertainment division, film marketing teams. I talked about that in an earlier video. Gilroy didn't hold back. While speaking about making of Andor, he exposed just how much Disney spent and how quickly things changed behind the scene. I mean, for Disney, this is $650 million for 24 episodes. I never took a note. We said, F the Empire in the first season, and they said, can you please not do that? In season 2, they said, streaming is dead. We don't have the money we had before, so we fought hard about the money, but they never cleaned anything up. That freedom comes with responsibilities. Let me say that again for the kids in the back. Quote, for Disney, this is $650 million, he said, for 24 episodes. I never took a single note. They didn't care. They just said, we're going to throw money at it. We said F the Empire in the first season, and they said, can you please not do that? In season 2, they said, streaming is dead. We don't have the money we had before, so we fought hard about the money. Gilroy's comments line up with recent reports about Disney slashing budgets across the board. $4 billion in streaming losses for Disney alone. The nail in the coffin for Star Wars on Disney Plus was, of course, The Acolyte. It reportedly cost north of $200 million, which didn't support the low number of fans that tuned in. The Acolyte obviously quickly canceled. However, its effects were felt by Skeleton Crew, which didn't make the Nielsen charts, a first for a Star Wars show on Disney Plus. As a result of the failure of The Acolyte, reports resurfaced that Disney would only be releasing one Star Wars show per year. Disney Plus only has Ahsoka Season 2 currently in the works, and viewership on that show is cratering too. This really could be, Disney Plus isn't going to go away because they obviously have the entire Disney catalog. They have Fox, they have, all this stuff, but the idea of Disney making unique Star Wars content or Marvel content for this platform seems really unlikely now. We all know that the budget, that the finances here were never going to work. Never. It's been the same for Marvel on Disney Plus. Kevin Feige's post-Endgame agenda has been a complete failure. Following wasting billions of dollars on shows nobody watched like The Marvels, She-Hulk, and Secret Invasion, fans tuned out and did not tune in for Daredevil Born Again, which was the first MCU show on Disney Plus not to make the Nielsen chart. So again, a consistent downward trend has been facing both Star Wars and Marvel. And that's also true in the box office. Although it's been a while since we have a Disney property hit the box office. They're here and there. Lilo and Stitch did very, very well. So it's hard to say. You got to give credit where credit is due. Up next from Marvel on Disney Plus is Ironheart, black female Iron Man, and Wonder Man. 2 more shows that look to be huge busts. While Daredevil Born Again was said to be retooled, they didn't go far enough, and season 2 is looking like more of the same. Per Gilroy's comments as part of Iger's pullback, the budgets have also been slashed, which is evident from the Marvel shows that failed, such as Echo, Agatha, and Daredevil. Gilroy has had a lot of pull thanks to who he is and the fact that he saved Rogue One. How the cuts impact Ahsoka Season 2 remains to be seen. If there's anything like they've affected Marvel, Ahsoka could be in trouble. It's already been rumored that Season 2 will be its last, and Ahsoka is set to be canceled. I mean, is anybody surprised by this? Like, legitimately out there, are you surprised by this? It just does not seem very likely that anybody outside those walls, obviously you spent $300 million on Andor. I don't care how good it was. You were never going to get that money back. You were never going to get half that money back. Nobody is paying extra money for streaming service right now. People are canceling them. But now they're getting desperate. Disney Plus and Hulu's new Perks features offers discounts, tickets to movie premieres, and more. Now, obviously, I think that's a good thing. Adding more value is a good thing. Disney Plus is offering an assortment of perks to keep you from canceling when your favorite show ends. The somewhat random offerings, which include things like Super Duolingo trial, I don't know, is that the language learning app? Comes as streamer battles the ever-present specter of churn. I've often advocated to you, my viewers, the way you need to deal with streaming services, if you feel like, hey, I don't want to sail the high seas and I just want to enjoy, then what you need to do is pick a month or two out of the year where you subscribe to everything and you binge it all. That way you don't have to, it's like the streaming platforms only work when they're because they're the same platform as gym memberships. Bandwidth has costs, and if everybody was on streaming platforms constantly, then the cost would increase and price would increase again. These perks are because more people are taking not just my advice, but just good financial advice. So like, look, if you're like, I got to have my Stranger Things, I got to have this, I got to have that, fine. Commit to having them during the wintertime when you have more time spent inside or whatever the case is. And just remember to cancel them. I promise you, by the end of this year, they're going to start rolling out contracts, and then they will be no different at all than the cable services and satellite dish services that existed in past. The Walt Disney Company said yesterday that it's rolling out a new perks program for subscribers of its Disney Plus streaming service. The program features 11 new benefits that Disney Plus users can take advantage of so long as they remain a paying subscriber. What did they announce? Well, first they have 11 perks. Let's see what you get. Their desperation move here. A chance to win tickets to the Freakier Friday world premiere and be among the first to see an all-new sequel before it arrives. Nobody cares. A chance to win a 4-night cruise on the Disney Destiny, newest ship in the Disney Cruise Line. Nobody cares. A 6-month DoorDash membership. Nobody cares. 20% off on Adidas. That's okay. 15% off Funko. Nobody cares. A 3-month trial of Clear Plus. Don't know what that is. A 2-month trial of Super Duolingo. Nobody cares. A free mobile emoji game called Emoji Blitz. Really nobody cares. Early access to closed release of Disney's Pinnacle by Dapper Labs, a monthly mystery capsule. What? So early access to another subscription you have to pay for? Yeah, that's not going to work. Nobody cares about that. Special savings at Walt Disney World Resort. Stay 2 nights or longer at select Disney Resort hotels and get rates starting from $99. Maybe that's good. I know Disney's very expensive. I don't know how that compares to other deals that Disney has going on, but that seems like that could be a good thing. Maybe I'm not totally sure. And free Monopoly Go and Star Wars TIE Fighter in-game token. What? So other than 20% off Adidas, which is only important to people who buy Adidas clothing, the rest of this is basically garbage. What will they do for you on Hulu? Chance to win tickets to Lollapalooza. Okay. Jimmy Kimmel Live. That sounds like a punishment. Passes to Comic-Con. That would be cool. Sweepstakes to win items and inspired by Hulu favorites, like a Handmaid's Tale and a Complete Unknown. What is an item inspired by Handmaid's Tale? I don't know if I would want that. Exclusive perks from partners like Microsoft, Pure Green, and LG Electronics. What? So most of this stuff is garbage. I can tell you right now, it will not keep a single person from unsubscribing. There's not going to be a single person out there that's like, ooh, I can't afford $14 a month in subpar entertainment, but maybe I'll win a cruise that I also can't afford. Or maybe I'll win 2 nights in a hotel that I can't also afford to leave or eat at. I'm not exactly sure how they saw this going. Churn is, I'm telling you, churn is going to be very, very bad as more people. Just ask yourself, take a moment right now and open up your credit card statement after this video. Look at all the stuff that you're getting charged for monthly or your bank account. And ask yourself out loud, when is the last time I used this? And really think about an answer. If it's been more than 3 months, why are you still paying for it? If it's been more than a month, why? So you could just sign back up. There's absolutely no reason to keep paying for this stuff, especially when they only add valuable content about twice a year. It's absurd that they would think we'll keep paying for it. So what are you waiting for? Cancel this stuff. Instead, you should be going to thequartering.com/join, which puts out great content every single day. Just my opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.